does an ant eat an elephant? A little bit at a time, right? Where's my shovel? So that's how we're gonna do our trees. We're gonna get them in there a little bit at a time, one at a time. There's nothing that says you have to do everything in one day. I'm starting to learn that. I'm not your superwoman. So we have um, these plum trees here that have been sitting here. I got satsuma, plum. This is a satsuma. This one is a burgundy plum. And this one, ooh, this thing is tight. Let me loosen this up. This is another satsuma. So I'm gonna start by working from the smaller pots to the bigger. So we'll take the burgundy plum first. We're gonna put it over there with the apricots and with the plum trees and apricot plum. What else is over there? Apricot plum and I forget what it is. Peach trees. That's what it is. So we have this one right here, burgundy plum. Let's get to it. Let's go ahead and get it done. One at a time. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. My dog won't let me be great. I had to edit her out. Shake my head. She picks a fine time to go to the bathroom, I tell you that. So we are developing an orchard, a real orchard. Not to put anybody else's stuff down. An orchard is whatever you make it. But by the time I finish, you're going to be weaving in and out of the trees on this property. Weaving in and out. So I have 1, 2, 3. I had one that passed away. I'm not going to replant in the hole. I'm not going to replant in the hole that where the tree passed away. I'm going to find a different hole. So I know I have a pecan tree here, a pecan tree here, 2 apple trees here. I think I'm gonna put them right there. I don't want to put them next to the pecan trees because the pecan trees are just right here, like I can touch them. They're far apart, but they're right across from each other. And the other one is this way. So I have room on this side. I do have room back there where the recycle bin is. Right here, my dog's running after a thing. Where the recycle bin is. But I don't know if I want to drag water way out there. I know what I'm going to do. I've already decided. I know where all 3 are going to go. There's going to be a light post. There's a light post right here. See that? I got a solar light that I'm going to put right there because it's too dark back here at nighttime. So I'm just going to start running my plum trees right across. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Can't get it too close to that one, so I have to go on that side. So let's move our location to this side, over here near the peach tree, where the 2 apples. 5 feet away from the apples, 5 feet away from the peach trees. And far enough away from the pecan tree, because there's one right there, and there's one right there. Gotta go to this side. Gotta go to this side. So let me set you up, huh? As usual. Things first, let me go ahead and move this tree and this shovel. I'm going to take 5 steps, approximately 5 steps, away from each tree. So I'm going to take 5 steps away from the peach tree, which is right here. I think it's going to be pretty much where it is right now. And then I'm going to move it in closer, 5 steps. I didn't want any fruit trees here because I have a pecan tree here and a pecan tree here, right? Let me show you on the camera. I have a pecan tree right there I have 3 pecan trees. One is right here. One is right there. Right there next to the lime tree. And then one is right here. So we can't get closer. Those are going to be big, huge trees. So is everything else out here. Those cypress, those are Arizona cypress in the back. I planted these trees, so I know what they are. Arizona cypress is in the back, along with the crepe myrtles, and those become ginormous, 2-3 times what they are right now, and they are huge now. To include the Pontinium. Oh no, my Pontinium is being let me show you what's happening. I'm glad I came back here. It happened last year. My Pontinium is being attacked. That is a weed. This up here is a weed. That is a weed. That's not a Pontinium. How am I going to get it down? Shoot. This is Dodder. Let me go ahead and dig this fruit tree in, water it, and we're gonna work on that. That on top, that canopy, that's not Pontinium. That is Dodder. Dodder is a parasite plant that's vining. It wraps around your tree and it strangles it. It'll make it look like, and some people have Pontinium and it has killed their tree and they just leave the tree there. And eventually it rots and falls down because the tree is dead.
I'm sorry, yo. I should have said Dodder, not
That
Pontinium.
is
Pontinium is
and
the
it goes
plant.
along the canopy
Dodder
and
is the weed that is an
shaves it and
invasive
strangles it out.
weed and will
It's a
kill
terrible weed.
your
Terrible
trees,
weed.
your shrubs,
I'm glad I looked. It
whatever it
happened
wraps
last
its
year,
little
but
heart
shoot,
around.
I caught it
So
earlier last year.
you got to
This
get
year
rid
looks
of
like
it.
it's worse. Okay, let's get the fruit tree in. Let's go ahead and get it in, and then we'll work on that. I'm good. Right here. I'll be a little close. That's all right with me. That didn't take long, did it? Let me go and get the bucket and get some horticulture molasses, and I'll be right back. We're going to put this in the ground, get it all done in one shot so we can get to that Dodder. It's getting dark, so let me hurry up. Here is the horticulture molasses, burgundy plum, hole. I don't dig the hole to double the size of the thing. It may look like it, but it wasn't intentional. I just dig it big enough to get the plant in. Let's get this bad boy out of here. I think I'm going to put the horticultural molasses in there initially after I check to make sure that this thing is deep enough. Let's get to it. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out. Wow. Amazing. It is not root bound, but shoot, there's a lot of roots in here. This was a bare roots plant, so let me see what this thing look like. Let's see. Let's do a dry fit. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Dump my water in here. We're gonna put the plant in. And we're gonna backfill. And just like that, we're done. Let's go over there to that Dodder problem, huh? Dodder. I got some extra water, so I'm gonna feed these apple trees. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with the extra water. Let me stop looking like eyes all wide. Let's do this. That's done. Let's turn around. Turn around. Shoot. How am I gonna do this? Get a rake. Well, I had to think about it, and I got some good old ingenuity going, I'll tell you that. Well, not exactly. I had to go and get a rake, and I am about 5'4.5". Yes, I'm gonna give myself that half inch. And these trees are about, I don't know, 9-10 feet. So we'll see what happens, huh? We'll see. Hopefully I don't hurt myself. I gotta go and get the ladder. It's up there, and I'm just too short, and the rake is not high enough. It's just getting little pieces of it. It's a lot up there. So let me go and get my ladder quickly, and let's get this done. For a dull moment in the garden. I might have to come back tomorrow because every time I look, I see more. I'm gonna hedge the entire top of this thing, and then I'm gonna pull it out. I gotta find it to poison it because it's obviously getting stronger. It's gonna take over the entire garden around this gazebo and strangle everything. Look at these branches. This is what it does. This is what happens to the garden. It just wraps around it and smothers it and covers it from the sun. I just get so irritated. All right. It didn't show up until I planted stuff. When there was nothing back there, there was no Dodder. Your arm's too short to box with God. Live. Ooh, girl, you better not fall. You bet not fall. Who gonna save you? Who gonna save? You leaning on the everlasting arms of God on that ladder. That ladder is rickety, girl. Whew. Well, we're gonna get it done, right? One way or another. Who else is gonna do it? I gotta look at it from a distance because I'm sure there's some hiding. I've got to find the root. That's the problem, finding the root. I think I found it last year and I cut it all the way down, but apparently it came back. There's more in there. More in there. Oh, Lord. How am I going to get to that? Well, we've pulled out a substantial amount. I am not going to put this in the compost bin. I'm putting it in the recycle, the one that goes out on the street, because I don't want this stuff. Not at all. Do not want it. And it's going to seed. Let me let you look at it. It's called Dodder. What it'll do is it'll get on the top of the canopy of your tree. Well, it'll start from the bottom because it's a vine, right? Looks like a grapevine. And it'll climb up and it'll shade out the entire thing and strangle it and shade it out and take all the sun and everything it can. It'll take until it kills your tree, bush, whatever. I've seen it do it. And if you don't control it, it just gets worse. And that is worse. The summer, it's May. It just started. Spring just started. So let me go and get a wheelbarrow and take this to the recycle, and I'm not going to use it for anything. Nothing. I hate that stuff. I don't hate many things, but that stuff I don't like. All right, let me go get this wheelbarrow. The devil is always trying to take what you do. Always. Sending the agents out. Let me dump this into the brush pile and then we'll get that. Let's go. Looking at it to see if there's any more. I think it's just that corner right there. I still see some in there. But they're, just have to do the best I can right now. Let me go get the wheelbarrow. I guess this evening is the night of discoveries because I just discovered I got webworm again. Let me show you what webworm looks like. It's another, well, this is a pest. This is not a weed. They're almost as bad as each other, but it's ugly. Let me show it to you. I gotta go ahead and get something to get rid of that. See that right there? That's webworm. You see that little nest? That's how the worms, what the worms do. They develop like a cobweb. My neighbor was the one who showed it to me years ago. He said, you got a webworm problem, so do I. So that is the one thing that I get herbicide and spray this joker down because this will kill your tree. Imagine your whole tree looking like that. That's just, it's a big tree. I'm sure it would take years for it to do that, but I'm not gonna have my flowering pear looking like that. Now, let me let you see in the grand scheme what it really looks like, right? But I know it can get way worse, and it has. It has attacked, it'll eat all your leaves. What they'll do is start eating all the leaves, and they won't just eat this, they'll eat everything. They'll start eating everything. So you gotta get rid of them. Where is it? You gotta get rid of them. They multiply like rabbits. So I gotta go to Lowe's tomorrow, or Home Depot, or Costco, or Sam's, one of them stores, Tractor Supply, one of them, and get some herbicide to spray. I am gonna spray this. Yes, I am. I'm gonna spray and get rid of this joker before it takes over my yard. And it has. It ate my mountain laurel a couple years ago, almost killed it. So I know how bad it can get. Oh Lord, thank you, Lord, for letting me see these things before they get out of hand. It just goes to show you have to look at your garden. You have to look around and inspect it. Because if you don't, nature will take its course for good and for bad. Webworms, dodder. Oh, by the way, if you are allergic to a lot of things, because I know I'm not allergic to that stuff, I've handled it before. But I am going to go inside and wash my hands after this, and I'm making sure I don't touch my face. If you are allergic, put some gloves on before you pull that stuff down, because it might be something else. You know, I'm calling it dodder, but that don't mean it got to be dodder. It could be poison oak or poison ivy or some other, allergen. So don't do it and be all broke out and blame Jamaica. But that right there, that's webworm. That's an animal breathing. Well, I guess the weed is too, but that's a little home right there. They made their home there. We're gonna fix that tomorrow. I'm not touching it with my hand. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life. I thank you guys for being with. This is the planting of one of our plum trees. What was it? Burgundy plum. We'll go back out there and look at it. Let me get my wheelbarrow. Here's the one right next to the shovel. All right. Collect up all my equipment. Here's a shovel. Here's a tree we just put in the ground right here. Isn't it cute? And the other two are gonna go over there on the other side. Yep. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life. And this was the planting of our burgundy plum and removing an aggressive weed from our treetop. I hope you all had a wonderful time. It's getting late, and I guess I'll see you on the next one, all right? Remember to like and subscribe. Bye.